For me, Christmas is all about spending time with family. It's a holiday filled with pure love and joy. But what warms my heart most at this time is to see the excitement of the holidays through the eyes of a child. Hi, I'm Scieska Adderley. Join me and my family as we seek to make this Christmas wish come true.
I'm gonna be naughty or nice?
Okay, well, we're here at the Stapleton School because my family and I have decided to do a little holiday give back. We're going to do a Christmas party for the kids, bring some smile to their faces. We experienced quite a devastation in the wake of Hurricane Matthew, and so the kids have lost, and these are kids that are challenged on a day-to-day, just in their everyday struggle in their everyday lives. So we just want to bring smiles because that's what holiday is all about. So we're here at the Stapleton School. We're going to do a site check to figure out what space we're going to entertain the kids. We may see some of the kids along the way, and we'll hail them and just get them familiarized with us. So that's why we're here. My day started off with a site visit with two of my go-to girls, my mom and Auntie Linda, tagging along. While Mommy's focus was on the food, Auntie Linda's was on the decorations. What are you thinking decoration-wise?
Well, once we get inside and see what space we're working with, then we decide what we can do. Right away, you're talking about kids. I'm thinking about a Christmas tree, lots of color to get them excited. Not sure yet what all we can use, but definitely I think a Christmas tree, very colorful Christmas tree would be in order. So once we get inside, we'll decide what else we could do.
Perfect.
Once we set up our tables and chairs, to sit at.
We got to the school, Auntie Linda, my mom and I, we just started talking right away immediately. We were amazed at the campus. The campus is big and it just had so much potential already just off the top. So we were already excited. And then, we walked into the office and there's Miss Malka with the biggest smile on her face and hugging us like she knew us for years. And so everything just felt right.
Hi, I'm Miss One Girl. How are you, Scieska? Oh, nice to meet you in person. It's going to see you on television all the time. And thank you for coming to Stapleton School. And this must be your mother. How are you? Nice to meet you. Okay. And another aunt. Okay, nice to meet you. Okay, very good.
So we're here. We want to treat the kids to a little Christmas party.
Wonderful, wonderful. That is so wonderful. Thank you so much for thinking of us.
That was my immediate thought when I...
And I want you to know that we appreciate it. The students appreciate it. Okay? Okay.
So we just want to kind of go around the school. I guess you could tell us where we can have the events and the setup and everything.
Okay, so let's go on our beautiful campus here.
Okay.
Now you can turn the camera off now.
She was showing us different places and stuff like that, and we were so amazed at how they're trying to make the students self-sufficient because they were doing fishing and farming, aquaponics and everything, and I was just like, what? And they were like in the process of laying eggs and chickens and stuff like that. I mean, chickens in school, like it was just crazy to me, you know what I mean? And the kids happened to be playing at the time, and so I was like, my heart was already starting to feel full, and I was like, the kids are out, and that's what we're gonna be doing it for, and and the site visit, we spent a lot of time there, but it didn't feel like a lot of time, everything just fell into place and that sort of thing. So we were excited and pumped and ready to go and and get back into fill everybody in on who couldn't make it, because Annie Simone couldn't make it to the site visit and Tavia couldn't make it to the site visit. So we were excited to get back and, tell them about it in our planning session.
Visiting the school was an eye-opener because you hear about Stapleton School, but you're not thinking about the level of education that's being provided for them. And we actually went to look at the facilities to see where we were going to host the party. And so in walking around, we were able to see the classrooms. We went to the kitchen. We went to the hall, and we saw the grounds. And what was so amazing that they're actually raising chickens, and they're actually using the chickens as a way to raise funds for the school.
Here we have one of our senior groups. They've taken on the management of the chickens, I would say. So that class is responsible for feeding the chickens. They let the layers out daily, so that they are getting some of the, we call it grass-fed stuff. Yes.
So how long is it going to be before they lay?
The layers, I'm not quite sure, but maybe speak to the agriculture teacher. We can get an idea.
That's awesome. I don't think people really know.
No. And actually, this is the layers. This is the first time that we're doing the layers. Dashiko, I think you lost your way.
How are you?
You lost your way, Dashiko. You got to go back. The bell rang. You have to go back to your class.
Follow us, one.
Yeah, I see the camera. Yeah.
It just changed everything to see the students, to see the things that they're learning, to see how excited they were. It just brought everything to life, and it just made you want to come in and do the best you could. They also have farm. They're also raising fish, to help with the aquaponics at the school. And, it's just unbelievable the level that the children are. So that was an impression that stayed with me. And I was happy that I was able to actually see that.
We usually do like leafy greens. Lettuce, mint, herbs, and stuff like that in the flood tables.
So you'll be able to do chicken, fish.
Well, the thing about it, we were not really raising the fish for consumption.
For consumption.
It's just helping us to grow the plants.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
But there'll be an added benefit thereafter.
Yeah,
Once they get to a certain age and size, we take them out of the system and I guess sell them off or eat them, whatever the case is.
This is cool. I had no idea. Like coming out here,
A lot of people
no
they have
idea.
this. They didn't realize it until they come out and realize what we have here, and they're astonished.
Yeah, because even the space, I didn't expect it to be this big and
it was
everything.
bigger, but once they put in the highway, everything shrunk down. But we still have a good amount of space left.
After checking out several spots on the campus, we finally hit the jackpot.
We can do a lot more with regards to decorations. We can do some Christmas wreath garland
Hi.
and hi, how are you?
How you doing?
Maybe some Christmas balls just to dress it up a little bit. Yeah. And then we'll do a tabletop tree in the center of the tables, the dining area.
Right.
Do we have a Santa? You want a Santa? I do have a suit.
We need a Santa,
Yes, we do need a
That'll
Santa.
be
I didn't even
great.
think of that.
I
And
have
then
a suit.
Santa
Yeah, I
could
didn't even
pass
think
out
of that.
the
Or you hand them out. That way they don't double dip and everybody gets up
I
there.
wonder if Thomas will do that for us.
Boy is planning everything. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I came up with the idea originally, but I couldn't imagine putting that entire thing together without my family and friends. You know, whether they played a small role or a big role, everybody came together, everybody was supported it, and everybody just rolled with it. I don't know if you want to make any more MC then. She could
Yeah, she can handle that.
Yeah,
Or would
she
it
could
be
come-
you?
I think I more want to be with the kids and serving, and I kind of just
Oh,
want to
okay.
float. I don't really want MC is that's me in general every day. I want
And I'm
kind of.
hoping she brings
be
the
with the
keyboard and so they could have a little sing along.
Oh, yeah, I think they'd like that. Yeah. Okay.
I think she could do it because it isn't a formal program, so she could. When she isn't singing, she could.
Yeah.
You know. And that wouldn't be something I have to worry about because I could be worrying about everything all at once. So I don't think I want to.
Okay.
I kind of just want to float. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So I'll see y'all later.
Yes. Do we have our location?
Not as yet. That's a work in progress. when I nail that down, I'll let you know. Everybody says their mom is the best cook in the world, but really my mom is the best cook, you know? And she'll have you eating your fingers and stuff like that, you know? I have bad eating habits, but that's just because I used to good food, you know what I mean? And so I have mommy on board, you know? So I know I didn't have to worry about menus or cooking or anything like that because mommy had that, you know? And she brought on Tavia, Auntie Linda, and then my Auntie Simone. She's awesome, you know? Like the passion she has, and particularly with youth. Auntie Simone is always, like, the youth and young kids always gravitate towards her. All right, family, I just want to thank y'all for coming out. As you know, we usually do a holiday give back, and so I just saw it fit to help the children at Stapleton School. Mommy and Auntie Linda and I went there today, and we kind of got a lay of the land and stuff like that. And it's a great institution, and the kids were out there playing and stuff like that. So it really solidified why we should do this, you know, for the kids and stuff. So we saw the area, and in that area, we've decided there's a pavilion towards the front of the school where Auntie Linda kind of got excited about the space and, you know, being able to decorate and that sort of thing. And the food will be served there. And then we decided on a tent, 30 by 30 tent? 30 by 30. A 30 by 30 tent that's going to be placed out there so that the kids can sit under the tent. What else did we also decide? We're going to do a Christmas tree. Robbie is bringing that in for us, as well as the PA system, because when I asked the principal what it is, if they could have one thing, what it is that they want, they said they really would want a PA system. So my awesome cousin Robbie made sure that is happening as well. So that's a surprise. I'm not telling the principal that. So instead of, because the kids' age range from 5 to 17, it's hard to pick individual gifts. Yeah. So that we're just gonna wrap up that big gift under the tree and present it to them. And so we don't want it just about the food and stuff too. So we want to have entertainment and stuff like that. So I thought no better person than to entertain them than my fabulous auntie, who's always entertaining anyway. So I leave that entirely to you. It's a 2-hour span. So just, you know. Yeah, so, you know, you think, so you think, you know, you sing and carol and stuff like that, and then like prizes, a couple of prizes. Yeah, and that's what Auntie Linda was saying too, we can do some little prizes and stuff, and we'll also put.
Maybe I was gonna say 5 or 6 prizes. Yeah.
And Auntie Linda was saying we also could put that under the tree as well.
Right.
You know, and then still too, so everybody could feel special. She was suggesting we give them, you know, their own little packages and stuff like that. It'll be like, I guess, popcorn or snacks or something like that. Yeah, popcorn or lollipop or something like that, so they could walk away. Yeah.
Just let them go.
Yeah.
One go up and get something from under.
And the highlight was Santa is going to be making an appearance.
Who is Santa?
That's the $1 million question. That's the $1 million question, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Throughout the night, the ideas kept coming. We were on a roll. Way to bring it all in. So you got to give them enough.
We invite them. Pineapple case and put some little fur around the top.
Go ahead. But despite the smiles at the planning session, something still didn't feel right because she wasn't there. Focused, driven, strong, that's my Auntie Ethne, a woman that embodies true poise, beauty, grace, and selfless giving. The love for her small circle of family and friends was great and unceasing. She had the ability to brighten any dark room or dampen spirit instantly with her infectious presence. And her quiet nature in life now leaves a deafening impact on those left behind to carry out her legacy. A part of that legacy is her passion for giving back to the needy. And while she was not around to see this one come to fruition, this year's holiday give back is just for her. It's a combination of some of her favorite things: children, Christmas, and smiles. Well, the planning session continued where we finally settled on the menu. Mommy was confident it will be one that the kids would love.
Okay, so our holiday menu is roasted turkey with stuffing and gravy. And then we're gonna have baked ham in pineapple sauce, peas and rice, macaroni and cheese, broccoli and carrots. And for dessert, we'll have chocolate cupcakes and ice cream sandwiches donated by
Dairy Queen!
Yay!
Yeah. So, and then...
Oh, I'm sorry. Pink lemonade for dessert.
Yes. Drinks.
With fruits.
A dessert and a drink all in one, you know. You're thinking ahead of the game.
Then I brought in my friend who's the chef, Tavia, and we planned, what the menu would be and how we would actually put in our plans as to how we would prep and, be on schedule with the food and what would be food that the children would enjoy.
And everybody just took their role, and I could be a taskmaster, but it's just because I know everybody could do it. Everybody just, I am just in awe of what everybody did, and the planning was super. Johnny Scandalaris, who's a part of the Bamboo Nightclub, Olives, and the other restaurant, he's given a donation of $350 to help us defray some of the costs. Yeah, and as I mentioned earlier, Robbie's doing the PA.
Then Simone, my sister, she was responsible for all of the entertainment. How we would keep the kids excited and play little games and things like that. So everybody had their role, and of course Scieska keeping us all on schedule with what we had to do. So all in all, it was teamwork that really brought the event to where it was. Most places I go, it's the same, At Del Venus, they're accustomed to me coming in, and what I like about them, once you say what your project is, they're always willing to jump on board. And I called Mr. Smith that morning, and I was telling him, I have to get these turkeys, I need stuffing, and I had my list. And then I said, oh, by the way, would you have any gifts you could give to the kids? And immediately it wasn't, I gotta think about it, or let me check, yes, was his response right away. And I had no idea, what all he was giving. And to see the lunch bags, the water bottles, the caps, we were really pleased. And it's always like that. It's never a problem. They're always willing to help.
Oh, I feel good now. I was a little overwhelmed yesterday, but I feel much better now.
Yeah, this is the rest of the hatch right here.
Okay, perfect. You talking about me being a taskmaster? That comes directly from my mother, because even in all of my planning and my trying to get everything together, she's there. Did you call this one? Did you call that one? You need to call Mr. Smith from Dalbenas. I said, but Mom, I don't even know Mr. Smith from Dalbenas. That's your friend. You need to call him. So she's like, oh, okay. So she called him, and immediately, the way people gravitate towards her is amazing, you know what I mean? So she just started talking to him, and he's like, oh, we'll see what we could do, and that sort of thing. And when we got there, I know he said he had gifts for, he'll get as much gifts as he could, but to see the actual gifts, and I was just like, I couldn't stop hugging the poor man. I know he probably was like, there's something must be wrong with this girl, but it meant so much to me that he didn't really know what we were doing, but he just was so happy to help, you know what I mean? And when we said it was for the kids, like, I couldn't ask for anything more, and you're gonna see where I keep hugging him,
Okay, I know you're gonna be working hard tonight.
Just to see the smiles on their faces. Not
That's
every day.
worth it. That's worth it.
Yes.
Take care now.
Okay, thank you.
What was interesting in all of this, I found out that Mr. Philip Smith, the marketing manager from Dalbenas, actually worked at ZNS. So I was like, you got to be kidding me. So that was another added surprise. And so I was like, oh, we part of another little club we got going on, him being, a ZNS anchor and stuff. So that was really, really cool to learn that.
We went to Super Value where we picked up the hams and
6 hams. I'm gonna get the rice, the carrots, the peas, the diced tomatoes, the tomato paste, onions, thyme, celery, and the salt beef for the rice.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I still have to go to Bahamas Food Service.
Okay. Leading up to it, I was, making a insane amount of calls trying to get people to come on board, and sponsorship and donations and stuff like that. And while I knew my family and I would cover it, it still wasn't a tremendous feat. It's probably one of our biggest holiday give backs to date. And so I started to panic, like, oh my gosh, how are we gonna be able to fund all of this and stuff like that? And I was trying to get Mr. Rupert Roberts for I would say almost a week, and I keep missing him for whatever reason, and so I was still panicking. We were in Super Value shopping.
Push back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Scieska wasn't getting in the way. Scieska was actually helping me with the shopping. And when the trolley got heavy for me, she started pushing the trolley. So I don't want anybody to think she had nothing to do with this. Scieska had a lot to do with it.
We're good to go, eh?
Yes, Mom. You got everything?
We don't have everything because they don't have it, so we got what they have.
Okay.
Okay?
Perfecto.
Right, so now we can catch up.
Mwah, mwah. Making progress.
Yes. My progress is in the kitchen.
Huh?
My progress is in the kitchen.
While we were just about completing our shopping, Scieska gets a phone call from Mr. Rupert Roberts.
And I actually was a little annoyed at first, because I was like, oh, I'm busy, and when I'm busy I don't like to answer the phone and that sort of thing. But thank God I did answer the phone, because it was Mr. Rupert Roberts on the phone donating 3 at least 20 pounds ham. It was huge, big hams. And so I was like, wow, and so I was in awe.
There again, the generosity just continued. We were very pleased for his donation.
The shopping for the big day was almost done. With just 1 or 2 more stops to go, Mommy continued on. Meanwhile, I headed back to work.
Yes, ma'am, you all too, and have a Merry Christmas and a good Thanksgiving. And I know you have to cook there. I could see that. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
With just hours left before the party, everyone was in full preparation mode, especially Mommy and Tavia, who literally took over the kitchen at our church Holy Cross, getting the scrumptious goodies together.
Well, following work, I went to go and check on Mommy those in the kitchen just to see how things were coming up and how things were shaping up. And I found Mommy obviously busily working and stuff like that. She was chopping up carrots, Tabia was mixing the macaroni, and I actually teased her coming in there. I was like, y'all actually doing any work in here? Because they were laughing and enjoying themselves and stuff like that. I said, y'all can't really be doing work or whatever, but they were much further along than I expected. You know, I could smell the turkey and the macaroni and stuff like that, and it just really made me feel like we were getting there. Hey, Mama, what you saying?
You're finally
Yes,
here.
yes, I am finally here, and
Wonderful.
I am hoping that you have good news for me. I see you got cut up
Excellent news.
about 3 carrots, so I know what kind of progress you actually.
We are making very good progress, Miss Scieska.
Yes, Mother.
I am already peeled the carrots,
Okay.
and I am now cutting them. We now have our macaroni started. We have Tabby over here mixing.
Hey, Tabby.
We're gonna pan up in a minute.
Perfect. Smelling good. Smelling good.
And these hams are waiting to go into the oven. And in the oven now we have our turkey breast and some ham.
Perfect.
So I would
Making
think
good.
we're,
Yeah.
yes, we are making progress.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Over there we're going to be cutting up our broccoli
Okay.
in just a bit.
Perfect.
We're well on the way.
Perfect. And then after that's all settled, you start with the stuffing in. Well, that's a
That's
ways away.
a ways
I'm getting ahead of
away.
myself.
Very much so. Very much so.
Looking good and smelling good.
Well, thank you.
While staying in the kitchen was tempting, I had my own work to do.
So I called my best friend to come and help me put the bags together, and so it was a task, but it was very fun. You know, when Tasha and I get together, we're just like high school kids all over again, and so it was a great time to catch up. And she's been an amazing support system. She and I have been friends from we were 11 years old, and so, you know, I brought her on board and we put those bags together, and it was great. How much so far, Tash? That's it? So hopefully by Christmas they get their goodies.
All right, this will be done in no time. 6 bags down, 134 to go. We were in for a long night. It's party time. Well, not exactly. We still had some finishing touches to do before the kids came out.
Well, we're here at Stapleton School. Today is the big day where my family and I are going to host a Christmas party for the kids here at Stapleton School. We're just here to bring some holiday cheer and put some smiles on these kids' faces. Let's do it! Here, just one of my... Where we putting it? We there rolling in there, we know what we rolling into.
We're going under the tree, right?
When Scieska said that she wanted to do the event, and she was having, I guess, some cold feet up front, and she was like, you know, I don't know if we could pull this off. You know, we lost so much time with the passing of my sister, Ethne, and, you know, we were encouraging her because we're really proud of Scieska and the heart that she has for helping people. And I know that that comes from our parents, especially, who were people who were interested in community building, and it's something that's kind of passed on to our family. We're very community minded, very patriotic and nationalistic, and so we're really happy that that has passed on to Scieska, and she uses her gift.
Well, when we got to the site, the tent was already up.
the tables were in place, the chairs. Linda already had the tablecloths on. She had the Christmas tree decorated. She came later with the coolers, with ice, with water, with the punch. Her husband came and assisted us with the lifting.
Dishing up, because we got to do an assembly line. We need some extra tables back here.
Excuse me.
Is there any way we can get some extra tables?
Benches, eh? Can we use the benches?
Yeah, I use some.
We could use the benches. Yeah. Instead of cluttering the table. Hello, how are you?
And so at the very last minute, was Wednesday night, I called my dad and I asked my dad if he could pick up a few trays of rice from Spritz. Spritz was another person that came on board with us, helping us make this happen. And I called my dad very late. And so that's one thing with my dad, you know, he may not have been a part of the entire process, but I called Dad and I was like, Dad, you need to come. And he didn't, he just asked what time and that sort of thing. And so he was supposed to bring rice, but as you'll see, you know, he's there lifting and, you know, he got some of the boys to help him, you know, move the cooler and different stuff like that. And then he had to leave to go to work. And I ended up calling him right back to bring back, you know, I'll buy guys. But in my true dad fashion, you know, he got to go one step above that. And he brought, some of his co-workers brought 3 bags of ice on a truck. So, you know, my family is awesome, you know, and my dad came in and stepped in where he could too, so it was great.
What's wrong, Brandon?
Let me open it. I'll open that one there.
Excuse me?
What was pretty neat that morning was to see a couple of the students who could have been in class come out to assist and help us get the party started, and my dad was there guiding them along the way. It was a pretty awesome sight to see.
Give me. That's it. Yes, sir. Hold on. Let me see what you have here. What's this? That man gave me. That man gave you? Yeah. Okay, what
That's
is this?
dessert then.
You should put it on the little table.
On the small table? All right, tell you what. Let me put it in the corner here.
The day had finally come when we were gonna host these kids to an awesome Christmas party, and I really started to feel it. I started to see the tent. The tent was up because, you know, the guy brought the tent the night before, and so to see the tent up and, you know, the tables were already dressed, and Auntie Linda, you know, being the perfectionist that she was starting, you know, just touching up things and touching up the decorations and stuff like that. And then, you know, I helped Mom and Joyanne offload the van with the food and stuff like that. And so it really was starting to come together. It was anticipation. I was super nervous because I didn't know how everything was going to turn out. And you know, it was amazing. I started to feel the magic that was going to be that day.
Somebody named Scieska didn't separate them.
He's painting his box. Scieska.
I got it in the kitchen.
Because apparently I did separate them, and my mother. Thank you very much.
Oftentimes as journalists, we disconnect from the outside world because we're so focused on the persona that we have built up for ourselves as professionals. But it is all about the community. It is all about the community that we live in and being able to build relationships with others. And I never want to lose sight of the fact that it's all about relationships.
These are called tubes. I use these to finish an item that I'm decorating. And so what I'm doing now is just making little bowls with them to put in between the draping, just to finish it off a little bit. And I do need some wire. What we do is, I love the artificial tree simply because the branches are made out of wire. It's easy to bend them, so you put the ornament and you onto the branches and it stays. You just bend the wire to keep it in place. Okay, I have one more St. Nicholas. I think I am done, and now I'm gonna just fluff the centerpieces.
The decorations were up, the table was set, and the food was piping hot and ready to serve. All we needed now were the kids. All of the weeks of planning, preparation, and shopping all boiled down to this. It was the moment of truth. The kids were ready, and so were we.
Showtime was very exciting. Of course, like anything in any event, you always have to prepare for what could go wrong. You know, Scieska is a very tough taskmaster. And she gets on our case about when she wants stuff to go right, and she's like, so what are you going to be doing? What do you do? You need to entertain them, you need to do something, you have this dead time, what are we going to do? But we're just going to get started and just do this and and so we had all of that pre-event, you know, being flexible and moving around things and shifting what we had already planned. But you know, things have a way of working out exactly the way they're supposed to.
It was time for the food and drinks to be served, where the staff gladly jumped in to make this process easier. And as the plates were placed in front of them, they quickly began to dig in. They seemed pleased with Mommy's menu choice, the evidence being empty plates and remnants of food left on their mouths. The festivities really turned up a notch when Auntie Simone led the students in some good old-fashioned caroling. Not to be outdone by the singing, there was also dancing, a dancing competition, in fact.
Now let me see which table has the best dancer. Who has the best dancer? Let me see you move. Let me see you move. Jingle bells, let's go. Alright, look like this table gonna get you right here. Alright, I see your move. Alright, so we got one good dancer up here. Let me see. You got another dance? Let me see. Here we go. Who else is a good dancer? Let me see. Alright. What the move? Take it away. I think Santa got surprises for y'all up here. I see y'all dance, yeah.
Dairy Queen, immediately when I contacted them, they jumped on board. Ice cream and kids. What a perfect combination, you know what I mean? So they brought the ice cream sandwiches, and then they went one step further than that, and they brought Mr. Curly Top, so Mr. Curly Top was there to hand out the ice cream sandwiches. I couldn't stop thanking them 50 cotillion times, so Crystal, and I can't remember the guy's name who was Mr. Curly Top, but they came on board.
And they're sitting there and they're quietly enjoying that, and then you would say, well, we have something else.
Yes, thank you very, very much. Okay. Not a problem. We appreciate being a part of it. All right.
I hope that when this airs, that other corporate sponsors and other private citizens would actually see the type of energy that these children have, and that the school would get more attention and be able to help those students some more. But it was really, really heartwarming to see just how much they appreciate it. It doesn't have to be a lot, and that's what it really drove home to me, that it doesn't have to take a whole lot to make people happy. It just takes effort, it takes will, it takes determination and follow through, and the results are tremendous.
I know sometimes, the job can be strenuous and it could be stressful, and, sometimes you don't want to be recognized and that sort of thing. And, that's why I always try to be as polite and as pleasant to people as possible, because you never know when the tables will turn. You never know when you're going to be needed. You never know when somebody's going to need you. And so, it's all about relationships. It's all about even just allowing the viewers and the listeners to see you as a person, and I think that's what it's all about. We're personalities, but the person and the heart is really where it's at, and I think we need to do a better job of that.
Mind you, I haven't had food yet, but every kid loves ice cream no matter how old the kid might actually be.
We get so caught up in our day-to-day and the superficial things in life, and really, if Z&S, heaven forbid, was to shut down, or any of the other media houses was to shut down, what do you have left? You know what I mean? What is there to you other than what you do? To be a well-rounded person and to have experiences, you've got to live. You've got to be a part of a community. You got to experience things outside of work, and it's all well and good to say 1,000 people like you on Instagram, but what is your legacy? What are you leaving behind? What are you, inspiring the younger generation to come up and do? And what are you even inspiring the older generation to get up and do? We're people of influence, and I think if we use our influence for good, it only could be a better place.
We have the surprise visit of the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, Mr. Daniel Johnson. And so that was another highlight, because we were not expecting him to be there, and he came and he just hung out with the kids, and he also enjoyed it.
The kids may have had cupcakes and ice cream sandwiches at this point, but the school was in for an even sweeter surprise when they received a PA system courtesy of Express It.
Okay, Robbie, I told you that the one Christmas wish that they wanted was a PA system. I called you and you immediately jumped on board. Just talk about that.
Well, see, essentially when you called me, you're the type of person I can't say no to. I love you dearly, and in the spirit of Christmas, it's just something that you have to embrace. People want to be acknowledged. People want to be, they want to know that they're being thought about. People are thinking about them, and people want to actually put together things that make them feel good. Feel the spirit, because especially in the times, times like these, people are, they're depressed about a lot of things. There are a lot of things weighing down on the soul. So it's good when you can have lighthearted events like this to kind of take people and give them hope. Let them know that, hey, you can still be happy in light of what's happening, But it's a very good thing what you're doing here. And honestly, without you, there are different ways that people can give. When it comes to the kids, I feel like the kids feel it the most, because the kids are the future as well. And so once the kids are happy, they can go ahead and spread that on to their parents, because, as a parent too, when you see your kids happy, then it gives you hope.
Yeah, true.
So all in all, I feel like it was a successful event. And I thank you for bringing us on board.
Thank you, Robbie. And even you put the PA system to use right away. I told you I wanted some music, and you're just awesome, Robbie. Honestly, I love you, and thanks for being an awesome cousin and coming on board.
Thanks,
Thank you,
anytime.
honey. Love you.
Hello, kids. Have you been naughty or nice?
Then the surprises kept rolling in, with the biggest of them being the arrival of Santa Claus with gifts in tow for each of the kids. And while he may have been a jolly old Saint Nick on that day, he's known to me as my Uncle Robert.
We had a slimmer version of Santa, but he was still jolly. He still had the ho, ho, ho. And the kids, they were, really thrilled that he came, and he really added a special flavor to the whole event. So I don't think we could have made it. Skinny or fat Santa, he was great.
So you have to be nice if you want to get something for Christmas. I'm heading back to the North Pole to get ready for the next run. Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! You're very welcome. I hope you continue to be nice for the rest of the year. No trouble for your parents, okay? Very good.
In that moment, I just said, boy, I wish Annie was here. That's what I call my Annie Annie. I just said, I wish she was here. And I just kind of just looked at Mommy, and she said, you're going to make me cry. And then the two of us just burst out into tears, because throughout the day, I envisioned my Annie. I envisioned what she would have been doing, what she would have been saying. And so, at the end of the day, reality, I think because I was moving so much, I didn't really, she was always in my thoughts, but I don't think it really sank into me until it was all said and done that something's missing, and she's not here. And it's just, I really, really missed her, and, but I have a feeling it was her spirit and her drive that was just, I think she was there, and I think that's probably why I went just a little bit extra, because she shined that light on us and she helped us to get through it all. And I just, I thought he was supposed to be crying right now, but this one was for her.
Need a moment? Ready?
To see the smiles and the excitement and the pleasure of the children at Stapleton. Yes, my Christmas wish came true.
The message of Christmas is that God gave his son to the world as a gift. And so what else could we do but to give what he has given us back to the world?
My Christmas wish definitely came true. I just wanted to bring, in spite of my sadness and my family's sadness and the loss, I just wanted joy. That's my Christmas wish, is joy, and particularly for children. I have a soft spot for children. I don't have any children. I got 4 amazing godchildren, nieces and nephews and stuff through my friends, but it's all about the children and seeing them smile.
I don't know.
Come, push. Go back in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, geez, wait, no.
I got in the kitchen.
I do need some wire.
I'm not blocking you. I'm not blocking her.
Yeah,